Welcome to the channel, guys. BLN437, and today I'm going to go over the market a little bit here today. But before I get into the video, I just want to apologize for not having a video up yesterday because I've just been grinding this Conquest Extreme stuff. Let me just go over the Conquest Extreme map here for a second, guys, and show you what part of Conquest I'm at. I'm pretty much trying to get all of the NL Central done within 4 turns so I can get myself to 65%, and then after I get myself to 65%, I'll be at 70%. I might do a Conquest video again just to go more in depth. It seems like people are having trouble with either the missions or even Extreme itself, which I'm thinking it's going to, you know what, I'm not even thinking. I'm going to do a video on Conquest Extreme. I'm going to do a video on Conquest Extreme probably on Monday or Tuesday, and it's going to be not only that, a little bit more in depth on what to do in Conquest. But let's get back to the market here, guys, and let's talk about the best available players for pretty much each position. Now, I'm going to recommend at least 2 or 3 for each. I'm going to start with the pitchers, and the first one is Justin Verlander. My bad, guys. I think he's going to go gold at some point this year. I think he's going to be a big player in this year's, in this year's season with the Houston Astros. I think he's going to go diamond. I don't even know why he started off as a gold. He's going to go diamond. He has a fastball that goes at 96. Good slider, good curveball, good changeup or circle change. Hit per 9, K per 9 are solid. Control, velocity, break is solid. And he's going for about 7,000 if you put a buy order, and if you want to just buy him now, he's going for 8K. The other guy is Chris Archer. I like Chris Archer a lot. You can get him for pretty much, I think, 6,500 with a buy order. But if you just want to pay the 7,000 now, you can pay the 7,000 now. Now, he doesn't have the control that Verlander has and the break that Verlander has, as you guys can see here. But he has the velocity. The K per 9s are there. The hit per 9s are solid. You don't really care for the walks per 9. They don't really mean much. Clutch is solid. I like him a lot. Now, you could go with Sevi, Paxton, Masahiro Tanaka, but if you want to go on the real cheap end of things, you could go with Alex Wood, in my opinion. Or you can go with, if I can find him. Oh, here it is. You can go with Gerrit Cole. I mean, Gerrit Cole has decent stamina, great velocity at 85. Control's pretty solid at 71. Some decent break. I know that the K per 9s and the hit per 9s are a little low for what you would think, but he throws hard, and there's a lot of people online right now that they just can't hit the high fastball right now. They're struggling with the high fastball, and he's one of those guys that with that fastball and then with that knuckle curve combination, you can get a lot of strikeouts and a lot of outs. So I would recommend Gerrit Cole. Now, as for the relief pitching, most of my guys have come from Conquest. I have Joaquin Benoit. I think I have Joaquin Benoit. I have Phil Niekro and a few others. To me, my pen has come mostly out of just grinding it out in Conquest. But you can always go with Dellin Betances, even though I think he's going to be a silver. I would actually hold off on Dellin Betances. If you want Dellin Betances, wait until, because me personally, I think he's going to go silver. If he doesn't go silver, then I would say in 2 weeks buy him. But right now, I would wait to see how he does in the season. His price may go down due to the fact that he's just not pitching well. I don't know what's going on as a Yankee fan. I'm frustrated about that, but we're not here to talk about that. But you could go with Dellin Betances. Chad Green is pretty solid if you want. Me personally, I like Carl Edwards Jr., even though the velocity is somewhat low. He does throw a pretty hard fastball. Tops at 95, 96 at times. And he has great break. And if you don't want to go with that, Davinsky was a monster for me last year. I still think he's solid this year. I don't mind getting him. And you can always go with Josh Harder as a lefty out of the pen. Or you can go into the closer section and you can get Roberto Ozuna for about 6,500. Or you can just buy him right now for about 7,300, 7,400. Felipe Rivero is another guy that's high end. I wouldn't really, worry too much about getting him. Corey Knebel was a guy that you guys could go after. Decent velocity, decent break on his stuff. K per 9s are up, hit per 9s are up. You like that. You see this card, it's solid. He just has a weird delivery if you're pitching on pure analog or meter. And then another one I like is Zach Britton. Zach Britton is a safe bet right now because he can't go down, he can't go up due to the fact that he's injured. So he's going to be where he is right now. 96 velocity, 61 control, 97 break. Hit per 9s are solid, K per 9s are pretty solid. Only thing is, like I said, with Zach Britton, it's just control, obviously. With his stuff, he throws hard. His fastball tops off at 94, 95, sometimes 96. Two-seamer can top out at 96 as well. And then the sinker definitely comes out at 95. And it's a great sinker. And you can always throw that slider here and there to get guys out. Now, another one is Edwin Diaz. 99, 75, 97 break. His hit per 9s and his K per 9s are great. He's going for about 1,000 stubs. That's not that bad in my opinion. Or you can go for Ernesto Friere, which if you look at him, K per 9s, hit per 9 solid, decent velocity, decent break. I'll go with him as well. Now, for catcher, there's only really two. You could go with Gary Sanchez, but look at how much he's going for. He's pretty much going for 22,000 stubs and about 19 if you want to put in a buy order. If you just want to buy him now, 22,000. Me personally, Wilson Contreras. You either go with Wilson Contreras or you're going to go with, to me, Wilson Contreras or Yadier Molina because the vision and the contact is pretty solid and he has good fielding. I would take Wilson Contreras. I know he's a little pricey, but he's a balance hitter. He can play left field, decent fielder as well. I think he's going to be on the up and up. I think he has a chance to somewhat be a diamond depending on how great he plays this season. He played well last season. I expect him to play well this season. And if you want to go with the switch hitter, you could always go with Yasmani Grandal, who has a little bit of power. But me personally, it's really down to Yadier Molina and Wilson Contreras because Gary Sanchez is just so much. So I'm sorry. Yadier Molina, when you look at these stats, great as a fielder, decent hitting. And then with Wilson Contreras, he's just solid all around, well-balanced player. First base is interesting because you have all of these diamond first basemen right here. These top 5 guys here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, top 5. I have Cody Bellinger right now, but obviously when you look at Cody Bellinger, you just see at that price tag, and it's just, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of stubs. Personally, it's between Jose Abreu and Ryan Zimmerman. I'm not sold on Miguel Cabrera. I don't know if we're going to see Miguel Cabrera be the Miguel Cabrera of old. I know he had one bad season, but I want to see how he does first beforehand. It is a good chance to buy him now before he does maybe have a great season and he goes for more. But me personally, I like Jose Abreu. I think Jose Abreu is going to be just fine this season. I like his hitting stats, 84, 85, 96, 66, and 82. Now, the power against righties is a little low, but the contact against righties is high. Lefties is solid as well, 85 and then 72. Decent vision. Clutch is pretty good. Can't go wrong with that at all. Another guy you guys can go after is Justin Smoak. Justin Smoak, look at these. Look at this. Just a balance hitter. Solid. 74, 84, 77. He is a switch hitter, so you don't have to worry about the righty-lefty matchup. And he's pretty much the same, righty or lefty. The contact versus righties is down, but he still has the power against righties, and he still has power against lefties as well. So Justin Smoak is another guy you guys can go after. And then, really after that, I like Justin Bour, but I don't think anybody's going to pick up Justin Bour, and rightfully so. Now, another guy we can go after is, in the second base department, is to me either Daniel Murphy, or you can go with Dustin Pedroia. I don't really care for Cano. I don't think his stats are that great. His vision is decent, but I like more of Murphy or Scope, who's a balance hitter, or Pedroia. Those are the three. Murphy, obviously, you guys see the 100 contact against righties, decent contact against lefties, decent power numbers, decent vision, and his clutch is way up. For Pedroia, solid contact, power is not that great, vision is pretty solid, and his clutch is solid, and he can field. As for Jonathan Scope, balanced player, decent fielder, decent hitter, can't go wrong with that. Or you can get DJ LeMahieu. DJ LeMahieu is a solid contact second baseman, can field, has great vision. So, he's solid. Or Whit Merrifield. For third base, I've had a problem with third base. To me, it's between Rendon, who has decent hitting stats. You guys can see it, 75, 90, 61, 75, Kev. Then vision is 77. Discipline is 90. Clutch is 91. It's not bad. That's not bad at all. So, if you guys can see here, it's 75, 90. Are in the contact department, 61, 75, which is solid. 77 vision, 90 plate discipline, 91 clutch. And Mike Moustakas is the other one. Balance hitter. I like Mike Moustakas. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, well, no, I don't really care for him. He's underwhelming this year. Listen, 71, 73, 76, 72, that's pretty much a balance hitter. Vision is solid. He can definitely play the field. Speed is a little low, or not a little low, it's very low, which can hurt you, but it's okay. For shortstop, I have Pee Wee Reese, but in my opinion, it's between Alexander Bogaerts, Didi Gregorius, or Trey Turner. You can pick your poison here. All right-handed bats, except for Didi. You can go with Paul Dejong, but I don't trust him out there in shortstop with that type of fielding. You could put him at first base. You could put him at second base. So if you want another first base or second base option, Paul Dejong. But just know that if you are going to put him, you should put him at first base, not second base or third base, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. And now let's go into left field. Left field, I have J.D. Martinez. The price tag on J.D. Martinez, to me, is low, in my opinion, but I understand why it's low. When you look at the fielding, he's a liability out in the outfield. You can't really trust him on the outfield. His hitting stats are just so great that you don't want him. You do not want that bat in your lineup. You want it in your lineup. It's just, You don't want to take that chance with those fielding stats being so underwhelming, and I get that completely. Or you can go with Michael Conforto. I think Michael Conforto is going to be a stud this season. I know when you look at the contact versus lefties, you're like, but he has the power at least a little bit. He has the power against righties, and he has decent fielding. And you're going to see a lot more righties and lefties in the rotation, and that you're going to face online anyway. So I would go with him. Or you can go with Rhys Hoskins, or you can go with Justin Upton, who's solid as well. So I like those guys. Let's go into center field. Center field, to me, it's between George Springer if you can afford him, but he's going for way too much. Lorenzo Cain or Ender Inciarte. Or you could go with Chris Taylor as well, but I like Ender Inciarte a little bit more. I like Lorenzo Cain because he has that speed dynamic, great fielder, can hit righties, can hit lefties, has some decent pop, good vision. So in my opinion, Lorenzo Cain is the guy that you guys have to go after. You're going to have to spend a little bit here, maybe 4,000 stubs if you put in a buy order, 5,000 to get him, or at least 4,500. But that's up to you guys. You guys could go with Dexter Fowler as well. Decent fielder though, doesn't have the speed or the fielding that a Lorenzo Cain would have. The power is a little underwhelming as well in this card, but 81 and 92, so he definitely can get you some hits. Now in right field, it's really to me between Andrew McCutchen, who's okay, or Nelson Cruz. Now Nelson Cruz has the same problem that JD Martinez has. His fielding stats, his hitting stats are just so great that you're willing to take that chance with him out in the outfield. Now, he does have a decent arm, but he just doesn't have the speed to go and chase down balls, and he doesn't have the fielding to make some... Sometimes he's not going to be able to make the routine plays. That's pretty much it. But the hitting stats, guys, it's just so great that I don't know if you don't take a chance on that. Now, you can go with Avisail Garcia, who as well a little bit better fielding stats. But to me, it's all between Avisail, Nelson Cruz, or Andrew McCutchen. I would personally take Andrew McCutchen here, or Avisail Garcia if you don't want to, take a shot with Nelson Cruz in, because he is a little pricey out in the outfield with those hitting stats. So those are just my opinion. That's just my opinion on that. That's all I really have to think about when it comes to that. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Subscribe if you are new, and make sure to hit the notification button so you guys can get notified when I have a video up. And I will see you guys in the next video, which will definitely be a BR video, and that might go up either today or tomorrow. And I'm going to start working on that Conquest video right now, so I'll see you guys later.